Now it's time for the big one. Gold medal at stake here at the second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup, and it's world #1 and reigning world champion Brady Ellison of the USA on target #2, who will go up against the young pretender from Germany, Max Weckmueller.
Representing Germany, an archer who broke onto the world ranking podium earlier in the season, please welcome Maximilian Weckmueller. And his opponent, shooting on target #2, representing the United States of America. He is currently ranked world #1. He is the reigning champion of the world, reigning World Cup final champion. Please welcome the one and only Brady Ellison. The line judge for this matchup is Bettina Katzmüller. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, in attendance,
well, Max Weckmueller is unfamiliar with this position. Not only in the final 4 here in Lausanne, he's shooting for gold with a bunch of cameras pointing at him and the eyes of the world on him. And he goes up against someone who does this for fun, shooting in big matches like this. World #1, reigning world champion Brady Ellison, massive favourite to take the gold medal here and book his place at the World Cup finals. It's Ellison who will get us underway.
10.
11 o'clock.
It was a gritty performance from Max Weckmueller in the semi-finals. Showed some real steel. The thing is, he's going to have to put these into the centre of the target, and that is a confident start from the German. Much needed.
10.
Just out of the exit 11.
Maybe just out. I don't know if they're going to star that one. Might be close, but doesn't Brady look on form?
10, 10, 10.
Perfect start from Ellison. Ominous. The 2 set points are his. I have to say, Weckmuller's grouping, not too bad. Those 2 9s are the difference between the two, but actually, as good as Ellison is, I don't think Weckmuller's too far off him.
No, he just needs to make an adjustment there, doesn't he? You need to utilise your group size. If they're smaller than the 10, just shuffle them across and get those maximum points that you can.
Get a good view of Ellison's technique. And as you suggested, Nicky, that second arrow from Weckmueller is actually subject to a measure. They are having a look at it. It's still not going to be enough for any set points, but will boost Weckmuller's confidence, no doubt.
World #27. Mad Max Weckmueller shoots first on target 1.
So trailing by 2 set points, German Weckmueller will shoot first in the second set.
9.
9,3 auf 9.
9.
1 o'clock, 9-5.
Just a little bit of a longer hold there from Brady.
10.
So, job done, leading the order of shooting to put some pressure on your opponent with a big score.
8.
Just left.
Quizzical look from Ellison to coach. And Weckmueller can put this one to bed.
10.
Whoa, 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 look at that. Not only has he put it to bed, but those last 2 arrows, absolutely superb. Will be all square after
9.
the first
Well, there you have it.
And
Weckmueller
second
just
set.
focused on the task at hand, shooting a near perfect score
So,
of 29 to Brady
an
Ellison's
interesting
26
second
there.
set for Brady Ellison. What on earth happened
gold
there?
medal match
Well, we saw
indeed.
similar things in the semi-final, didn't we? Where Brady came out, shot 26, he then shot 29, and back down to a 27. He just spread them around the 9 and 8 a little bit, and you can't really see much difference, can you? Maybe a slight change in the timing that we've talked about before, being at full draw, the length of time before the release changing a little bit, but you know, not major errors, just enough to spread them out.
Yeah, meanwhile, Weckmueller, who didn't have very big scores in his semi-final, has suddenly brought his A-game to the final with Brady Ellison. How much of an upset would this be if Ellison wasn't to win and book his place at the Hyundai Archery World Cup finals?
It would be a huge upset. He's definitely the favourite here to win.
Well, he's been pegged back to all square. Brady Ellison, world number 1, will shoot first in the third set.
9.
Same hole as the last one.
9.
Well, Ellison's coach said that he put that first arrow into the same hole as the previous one,
There you go.
and the correction has been made and he's back in the centre.
Yeah, if you look at the holes in the target face, Brady's shot a much better group so far. They've just been a little bit high.
10.
Weckmueller matching him.
Good, strong shot. Good finish.
10.
Thick
Well,
shaft.
Brady, we all know, is back with a 29. Can be matched here. 10 from Weckmueller.
9.
Required, it's only a 9,
Well,
so
the added
another
pressure on that
28 for
final arrow
Weckmueller,
there on the
and the
German
points
side of the
go
field
to
as
Ellison,
well, needing a
4-2.
10 to stay
So
in the chase,
they've
or rather to
tossed
split
this
the
one
pie
about a
around
bit.
one set
Ellison
point
going
here
2-0 up in
as
the
the
after the
situation
first,
in favor of
Weckmueller
Brady
pegging
Ellison,
back in the
9-10-10.
second,
That
and
near
now
perfect
Ellison
score of 29,
back on
putting him in
the
a
centre of the
contending
target,
position
goes
now, looking
4-2
out
up.
of the
So what
outfield
has
to
changed? Well,
get to 6.
26 in the
The
previous
pathway to
round,
set points here for Ellison.
with
Just
the
needs to win the
arrows
next
going
set.
high, and now
Weckmueller now
nearly a
needs to find
perfect.
a way to
The only
stay
real
in the
difference I can see
chase.
there is in the shot timing, how long he's staying at full draw, and that might indicate a difference perhaps in the balance of the front arm versus the back arm, and you know, everything's been a little bit high, isn't it? So he's just made that adjustment now to get him back into the 10.
Do you see this being done now in the fourth set, or do we think we're going to see more of the Weckmueller fight back?
I think given Brady's performances so far today in the semi-final as well, there's a chance, you know, for Weck to come back.
Well, we watch on for set number 4. Ellison leading the way as the favourite up against this German who refuses to let go.
Yep.
10.
X.
Nine.
Just dropping into the 9, an opportunity potentially for Ellison here.
Yep.
10.
On the spider. Show me another.
Fantastic response.
Yeah, what pressure now on Weckmueller. His final arrow needs to be a good one in this set. Just clipping the 10 ring, so a 29. 2 28s and 2 29s, but a perfect score from Ellison in this set will win it for him.
Yep.
Oh, it is gold for Brady Ellison. Normal order is restored in the recurve men's individual discipline with the world number 1 and reigning world champion from the United States of America, Brady Ellison, taking gold at the second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup here in Lausanne. He is going to the World Cup finals in Yankton in September this year. He isn't quite back up to where he was before the restrictions, but he's not very far off. Brady Ellison taking it out from, I'd imagine, a very happy Max Weckmueller. I don't think he would have predicted he'd be in the final 4 here, and he's going to walk away from Lausanne with a silver medal.
Breaking onto the world ranking podium earlier in the
not quite there yet, not quite back there yet, but it really does feel like normal order is restored. Brady Ellison wins the Recurve men's competition.
What convincing final set from him. X, X, X. That is what we see from Brady. That is what we're used to. You know, a couple of flutters through the semis, one flutter in the gold match, but generally, you know, Brady is there and he's ready and he's just polishing up on this year, and, you know, he's got Paris to go and then the big Olympic Games.